We take you live now to outside Old City Hall, where Toronto mayoral candidate Brad Bradford is making a campaign announcement about saving the city money. Let's listen.
The mayor's office with practical and common sense solutions to today's challenges. One of those challenges is the budgetary pressure facing City Hall. The fiscal reality at City Hall has changed, and we need leadership to get the city's finances in order to build an affordable city for our residents. Now, we heard earlier this week that, quote, Olivia Chow is ready to tax. Mark Saunders won't say how he will pay to balance the budget. There's lots of rhetoric and old ideas, but no real plan. Toronto, we can and must do better. I want to share with you today part of my plan to improve the budget at City Hall so we protect the services that you rely on. Today in Toronto, city policy limits who can bid on construction projects and build up our city. Toronto is a closed shop, and that severely limits who can bid on municipal infrastructure projects. Now, this is the old way of doing business. It's bad for taxpayers, it's bad for accountability, and it is bad for our city's budget. The result? You and your family pay more, and there are fewer workers available to build the city that we need and do the work that's required. Every other municipality in Ontario allows an open, competitive process so that more people can help build the city. Toronto says no to that, and it costs taxpayers hundreds of millions of dollars every single year. Let me say that again. Literally every other municipality in Ontario has open tendering. Toronto is the only city in the province to run a closed shop. This has to end, and it will save the city at least $200 million every single year. As your mayor, I will open up the tendering process to Toronto's municipal projects. This will expand the city's capacity to get projects built faster with more trades and more workers working on those jobs. It will save hundreds of millions of dollars every year so that our city can do more with the resources we have and keep taxes affordable. Will Olivia Chow and Mark Saunders commit to the same thing? You folks should ask them. In Hamilton, after opening up tendering and welcoming more workers to help build their city, Hamilton's budget realized an average savings of 21% every year. In Toronto, that would mean over $200 million saved on an annual basis. That's $200 million that could instead be used to build more, better maintain our current infrastructure, and help keep taxes low. This is a conservative figure because that is how prudent budgeting should be done. But I will point out that a new report released just yesterday by Cardis revealed that an open tendering process, responsibly managed, would have saved this year's budget $347 million right here in the city of Toronto. That's $347 million that could have been used for other priorities, like the TTC, or building more affordable housing, or protecting our services. Instead, that was $347 million wasted on a closed tendering process, restricting competitions, increasing prices, restricting jobs, and limiting our progress. This is what real leadership looks like. Someone who's not afraid to make tough decisions that our city needs. This is real leadership that says yes to jobs and affordability by welcoming more people to help get shovels in the ground. Open tendering for taxpayers will build the city we all want and ensure that the municipal services that you rely on are protected. We can make this happen, Toronto, but I need your vote on June 26th. The old way of doing business at City Hall will not give our city the practical, common sense solutions that we need. The old way of doing business at City Hall will cost you more money. Other candidates in this race need to be honest with Torontonians. Olivia Chow has said this week that she is, quote, ready to tax. Why would Olivia Chow increase your property taxes when she could save over $200 million with open and fair tendering? Will Olivia Chow end the special deals for a small handful of union leaders and her high tax plan, or will she do what's best for all Torontonians, for all workers, and maximize the value of money for taxpayers that they are sending every year to City Hall? And you know what? We need to ask the same question to Mark Saunders. He needs to be honest with Torontonians too. Enough with the hollow tweets. Enough with his bad ideas of tearing up infrastructure and creating even more gridlock in our downtown. Enough with the tired politics as usual. Mark Saunders needs to do what's right and open up tendering here in Toronto. Will he support it? I think you should ask him. As your mayor, I will build an affordable city, make Toronto safer, and unclog the gridlock that has ground this city to a halt. As your mayor, I will lead the city through the affordability challenges so many Torontonians are facing today. As an urban planner, and with my experience on council, I will work for you to build the Toronto we all know is possible. Toronto, with less talk and more action, we can do this, and with your vote on June 26th, I will make it happen. Thank you very much, and I'm happy to take your questions.
All right, that's mayoral candidate Brad Bradford talking about his plan to save the city money if he's elected mayor.